How to improve in anything in your life. Well, first, you have to break it down to such a small step, such a minuscule, easy step that it's hard for you not to do it. So for example, let's say you want to practice your social skills. Let's say you want to practice being confident with speaking and having conversations with people. You don't think about the whole conversation. You don't think about the whole task. You think about the first easy step. And you practice doing that step over and over again. So if you were to go and approach someone and practice social skills, and you were to go up to someone and say, hey, what's your name? And that's the first step. Even saying, hey, that's the first step. That's the easiest step that you can do to practice getting to that conversational part. What this does is, when you overthink and when you think about a task or think about something that you want to improve in so much, you don't even end up practicing it, or you don't even end up putting yourself out of your comfort zone to be able to improve that area that you want to improve in. I was in Rotorua for it was a spontaneous last minute road trip with my bro Jack. And when we went to Rotorua, we went to the town area and went to some of the bars. I met this group of, where were they from? I think they were from Abu Dhabi. I could be wrong. And one person was from Chile. And this group of people were some cool group of guys, and I vibed with them and everything like that. And anyway, got to know them, started to, conversate with them, just have some fun, went on the dance floor, dance with them, all that sort of business. And I was talking to them and I said, and we were talking about like talking to girls and stuff. And then they were also just asking me questions. They were like, because the way I approached them, the way I went to them and was so comfortable being myself, I guess. And one of them asked me, how do you improve your social skills? And I said, well, first you have to say hi to someone. I said, you're overthinking the whole thing. It's not about, because he was asking, what do I say? What are the things do I say? What do I think about? What do I blah, 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 blah. And I said, stop thinking about it. I explained to him that it's not about what you say, it's how you say it and how comfortable you are and confident you are when you say that thing. All you have to do is practice saying hi to someone over and over and over and over again. And most probably the more times you say hi to someone, the more times you say, hey, what's your name? The more times you even just smile at someone, that's give you more probability that you're going to end up having a conversation anyway. So once you spark up that conversation and once you get in the depths of being in a flow state socially, you'll end up finding yourself being in some good conversations, and you'll be like, wow, I didn't know I could hold a conversation for that long, or I didn't know that, that I could be confident and comfortable as I just was. And so even though that was an example on how to improve your social skills, you just break it down to such a small step and you practice that first step over and over and over again. When you look at that in other areas of your life or other things that you want to improve in, break it down to such a minuscule first easy step, and you do that first step over and over again before you know it, because rather than procrastinating and then trying to push it back and be like, nah, I won't do it because it's such a hard task to do, or I won't practice it because it's such a big monumental thing. It's like, nah, it's not like that. It's not like that if you think about it. If you think about it like that, then you think about it like that. But if you break it down, then it'll make things way easier for you to comprehend in your brain, but then for you to execute and repetize that specific step. If you were to improve like this, you would be ahead of a lot of other people. If you are someone that procrastinates, if you are someone that kind of overthinks and over tasks that could be simple, do it like this, because this will calm your brain, this will calm your nerves. Like, to avoid procrastination, you just have to start. But then if we break it down even deeper, how do you take action? And I think the way you take action is, if you know yourself, if you actually know yourself, you probably know yourself better than anyone else. If you know yourself to be someone that won't start something because they think it's such a big task, then break it down. I know it's going to be even harder to even break down a task. That's going to be even difficult. It's not easy. But I promise you, once you figure out what that first step is, and you kind of force yourself to put yourself in that position where you kind of have to do that step, you're going to be in a better position. You will be in a better position. I've had a conversation with this guy recently, and I met him at the gym, and he says to me, I asked him what he did for a job, and he said that he was a nurse, and I was like, do you like it? And he said, nah. And I was like, well, why do you do it? And he goes, because my mum said that I had to. And I was like, how old are you? And he said I think he was around 27. And I thought about it, and I was like, fuck. I was like, there's this guy that's 27, 28 years old, and he's in a position he doesn't want to be in. He's like, I've been thinking about moving, jobs and trying to become a mechanic. And I said, okay, how long have you been thinking about that for? And he said, for years. And I was like, God damn, man, you gotta make a move. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was trying to kind of talk him into like making a move the next morning, making a decision that next morning. Because I said, what are you thinking about? You already know how you feel when you go to the job. You already call in sick when you don't want to go in. What is there to think about? You know what the answer is. And he was kind of going around in a cycle, and he was explaining to me that these were the certain questions that he was asking himself. What if I don't like being a mechanic? What if I truly don't like the job? And the answer to that is, what if you do? What if you do like being a mechanic? Then it'll be better than you being a nurse, but you know right now you don't want to be. What if I fail? Was the question he's asked himself. Well, then you learn, and you know where the barrier is next time. But you're not gonna die. Yeah, sure, it'll be maybe emotionally painful for like a night, but you'll get over it. Just like any other time that you failed in your life. He said he was scared of change. But what if that change was for the better? What if that change was for something that was so much more positive, that would bring such a more positive vibe to your life? If you were to make this choice, if you were to make this decision and stop procrastinating, that you would be much more happier, that you'd be much more fulfilled. And then maybe then your relationship would improve. Maybe then your gym work would improve. Maybe then your homework would improve if you were just happier. And so you see, if you are someone that you're in a position where you are not happy, then make the change, make the switch up. Because what if you fail? Yes, what if you fail? What if you succeed? I don't like change, it's scary. Well, the fucking scary thing is that you're running out of time and we've only got one life, so you might as well fucking try something else. That's the scary thing. You know what scares me? I'm scared of not living to my full potential, knowing damn well that I could have done something about it. Now, I promise you, I will not reach my 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and not know what I was capable of doing, and not knowing what my impact could have been if I would have just practiced, and if I would have just took the first step over and over and over again. So fuck that procrastination shit. Break it down so it's so easy and you have no choice but to do it. And I promise you, your life could change. I promise you, you'll be happier. I promise you, every single other area of your life could improve too with just making this one step in that area of your life. I hope this helped you in any way possible.